I allow myself to be with someone like this? Um, and what were to happen if we got married and we had a daughter and she saw her father treating her mother like this, hitting her mother, beating her mother, because it would have just gotten progressively worse, verbally abusing her mother. What would she expect from a man out of life? And it was that realization that I was like, I can't, I cannot, not for my sake, but for my future children's sake. No, this is not going down. Nah. So that was like the final thing for me. That was like, I can't, no, I'm good. I can't. And, he's continued calling after that. He would come to my job and cry and do the whole 9 yards. And I was like, no, I'm good. I can't. No. And fortunately, he just went on about his way eventually. But it was such I guess you can call it a light bulb or an aha moment, or truly it was God. But, just realizing that this isn't something that I'm willing to lose my life over. This isn't someone that I'm willing to lose my life over. Realizing that and coming to terms with that was what helped me to stay removed from him. So that's my story. I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. I mean, there was more that happened, but that was the gist of it. And yeah, I so thank God for protection, because as I look at things now, like I told you, I wasn't saved back then. I wasn't into God or anything like that back then. But as I look on the situation now, I know that it was only God, that got me through that. Yeah. And what about if you were married? And there are people that aren't married that are going through these things, you guys. And so honestly, I don't know what the answer is in those situations. It's so easy, for someone who has not experienced abuse to say, just leave, girl, or you don't have to take that. It's so easy to say that, but when you're in it and you are the victim, it's not so easy to share these kinds of things with people, because people look at you. People were looking at me like, oh, she has her stuff together. She's in school. She's working full time. She's seeing, but that wasn't the deal. That wasn't the real deal. They were looking at the outside and they didn't know the inside. And I didn't want to tell them the yucky inside, the yucky truth. It's not that easy to simply walk out. You're right, Mama Obi. So, that was my story. And, I'm now at a place where I'm a little bit more comfortable with sharing it. And it's helped me to be able to identify signs. So in my friends, in just things that I see on TV, it's just easier once you've been through it, which I hope none of you will have to who haven't been through it. But once you've been through it, it's easier for you to understand the victim's position. And it's easier for you it's easier for you actually also to come alongside those victims and help them to heal, help them to talk it through. Get out. It's not God's will. My friend was literally murdered by her boyfriend, even if you're married. Oh gosh. Yeah. No, it's absolutely not God's will for you to stay in a marriage, stay in a relationship that you're being abused. I will absolutely. No, and I do not ever want to mistake, to give that I don't ever want what I'm telling or saying or sharing to be mistaken for, saying it's okay to stay at all. But what I'm saying is that I understand how hard it is, and it really does take a lot of prayer, a lot of, self-assessment, self-evaluation to get through these kinds of things. And I think some of us don't realize, like I didn't realize, what the signs are. And so initially, I completely ignored the signs of him being jealous, the signs of him being possessive. He would threaten me, say things about he was going to hurt me or, hurt himself. Even saying things about hurting himself. Because after, towards the end of everything, he was like, well, I'm going to kill myself. And then he would even say that I'll go to church with you. I'll go to church with you. I'm like, dude, you'll go to church with me to get back in my life? No, don't come to church with me because you want to get back in my life. You need to go to church for yourself. That's the absolute reason why I don't want you coming back into my life because or going to church. That's not the reason at all for you to be trying to go to church, not to get somebody back. So anyway, but so when they're jealous, when they're possessive, and you know what, women can be abusers too, you guys. It's true. It sounds funny and we laugh about it and joke about it, but women can be abusers too. But notice the signs, and I have a list here. When your spouse or boyfriend or whatever acts jealous or possessive, like telling you who to hang out with or what to wear, when they make threats to hurt you or someone you care about, when they threaten to hurt themselves, if you want to end the relationship, when they act physically aggressive towards you, or don't respect your personal space, like holding, pinching, grabbing, kicking, or shoving you, or give you light punches, when they steal money from you or intentionally break something valuable of yours, like an iPod or jewelry. And he slashed the tires on my bike, guys. That was valuable to me. When they spread rumors about you or insult you in front of friends or do anything else that is meant to make you feel bad about yourself. I think that's one that we miss, guys. Yeah, light punches, I don't know. Just, when they kind of, like, so I guess I would consider the things that I experienced sort of like punches. Like, they didn't leave bruises, and he wasn't like Mike Tyson. It was just like he would, do those kinds of being forceful, and he wasn't when he shouldn't have been. And I don't know, I guess you call it light punches. I don't know. Stalking is also, a punch is a punch. Stalking is also a form of a sign of abuse to come. When they isolate you and they don't let you have space, time with your friends, family, or saying things like, I only do it because I love you, or if only you would do what I tell you, or you asked for it, kind of blaming you or manipulating you to feel like this is all your fault. So those are some of the things that I pulled off of offline to kind of really bring light to some of those red flags that we miss sometimes as outsiders looking in. We miss those things. They have fairy stalkers too out there. Yeah, they do. That's real talk. So I just wanted to share that story with you. I'm going to come back in a little while with our Periscope about the 14-day challenge. But I wanted to share this with you guys today because of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I hashtagged this scope, hashtag 31N31. Because that's a series, a hashtag out there where you'll find other stories from survivors of domestic violence, if you care to know more. All right, you guys. So if you are a victim, if you've experienced this and you want to share about it, do so and use that hashtag 31N31, and that'll help others to hear what you've been through and maybe help save a life. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in a little while with our regular 14-day relationship challenge scope, okay? See you then. Bye.